everyone, Millissa Jayne here for Lauderhill TV. And I'm in the swimming pool. It's nice and cool in here, but it's hot out here, so we're going to keep this quick. But as we were planning this episode, it's all about swimming, water safety and all of that. I discovered that Coach Q actually lives in the same complex as me.
Yeah.
How funny is that? So Coach Q, it's such an honor to have you on the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me, Millissa. My name is Quintina Hill. Everyone calls me Coach Q. I'm owner and operator of Swimming with Coach Q, LLC. I am a private swim instructor, meaning that I travel to my client's home and I give private one-to-one instruction to people of all ages and abilities. I am a South Floridian. I was born and raised right here in Broward General Hospital, raised in Hollywood. I didn't always start out swimming in the water. I came from an IT background, but over the years, just desiring a change of career, I discovered that I really enjoyed water safety instruction. And so here we are 5 years later.
Excellent. Love that. Tell us then a little bit about, why water safety is important, and go into that a little bit.
Yes, water safety is so important because living in South Florida, Melissa, you may or may not know, we are #1 in the country, and living in Broward County in Florida, we are #1 in the state for drowning, especially for our children under the age of 4. 3 out of 4 Black people don't know how to swim. And so there's just a huge disparity in the numbers when it comes to who knows how to swim, who's getting lessons for their children. We live in a state that has more swimming pools than the entire country. We're surrounded by water with oceans and canals. And so it's just important to know what to do in the water, how to be comfortable in the water. And overall, beyond that, learning to swim is fun.
It really is. I come out to my pool almost every day as much as I can. All right, so let's talk a little bit about private lessons. So you give private lessons,
yes,
as opposed to the group lessons?
Yes, I do a little bit of both.
Okay.
I do, but I focus on private. I think it's important to, when you're initially starting out, private lessons are very beneficial just because you get that one-to-one in the water with the instructor. It's individualized versus a group class where there is more of them and they're all just kind of learning, and it takes a little bit longer for you to see that progress. But a group class is also beneficial because once they do acquire those skills, then it's fun to hang out with your peers, and then it's more competitive. They're learning from their friends, and then they get to work on those social aspects of class. So I like a balance of the two, some private lessons and some group classes as well.
Okay, perfect. Coach Q, can you share some of the benefits of having a Black women instructor?
Sure. When I first transitioned from my IT career into aquatics, I worked in a facility. And one of the things that I noticed, just from the teaching standpoint, it was there weren't many people there that looked like me. They were young, they were white, and they were boys mostly, not a lot of women in aquatics. So, and then on the student side, I also noticed that there was a big disparity in the Black children that were enrolling into swim lessons as well. So what I soon discovered is that when we did get in children of color, it always made a difference in the water when they saw somebody that looked like them. They would respond differently. It was like there was someone there that could relate to them, that could understand how they were feeling, because there's a big history behind Black people in the water, as you know, Melissa. So I come with that understanding, and so it allows me to have a bit of empathy with them in that regard. And it's just important to have representation in the water.
That's right, cool. All right, now I come out here most days and I lay on the water, I float. It does something to me. Could you just talk a little bit about the therapeutic benefits?
Sure, yes. So that's like #1. The very first thing is relaxing. Like the water just has a natural influence on the body. When you come in, you're buoyant, you're just able to float and just give everything to the water and let it take over your body. So it that interacts with your central nervous system that just causes you to just relax.
And I didn't know all that really.
Yes,
I just knew that it was good for me.
It's good for your joints because of the buoyancy, because you are weightless in the water. If you're having any type of arthritis or any pain, being in the water is a great way for you to continue to move without putting a lot of pressure on the joints like you would normally do on land activities. So I recommend that a lot for my swimmers or even people that come to me for aquatic therapy. Working out in the water, if you're trying to get back into it, is a lot easier than land exercise. So there's lots of benefits for being in the water. Stress reliever, relaxation, sleep well, all of those things.
Excellent, excellent. So you work with a lot of children, of course with adults too, but what should parents look for in an instructor?
Well, generally what I recommend is a learn to swim program. That means that they are teaching actual skills that are required for a person to be independent in the water. If you have a young toddler looking for water safety instruction, that teaches them how to hold onto the wall, teaching them how to jump in if they accidentally fall in and getting back to the wall, floating. So you want something that's really focused on water safety and learning to swim, not just getting in and just having a good time, because swimming is fun and we do want to have a good time, but we also want to make sure that we're developing safe, independent swimmers. That's really the goal. So look for those programs that are independent, are individualizing your instruction for your child, even if it's a group setting. You want to make sure that that instructor is giving individualized attention to your swimmer.
Because everybody's different and everybody's going to learn at different paces, right?
Exactly. So you don't want the cookie cutter approach.
Let people know exactly how they can get in touch with you.
Yes, so if you're on social media, you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram, Swimming with Coach Q. You can also contact me on my website, www.iswimwithcoachq.com, or you can call me. My number is 954-213-7216.
Give us the number one more time.
954-213-7216.
Okay.
Just keep swimming.
Keep swimming, guys. And be safe.
That's right.
Get a coach to swim. You'll benefit.
Indeed.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Millissa.
See you next time.
All right.
So we're going to
let's go swim.
do some swimming.
Yeah.